All right, my name is Mateo Rafael Nuneg. I live in a small town right next to Milwaukee. It's called New Berlin. I play for the Milwaukee Junior Admirals. My favorite player is Matt Zuccarello.
My name is Trayton Schumacher. I am from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, and my favorite player is Patrick Kane.
My name is Wyatt Earhart. I grew up in Middleton, play for Milwaukee Junior Admirals, and my favorite player is
My name is Isaac Sabo. I live in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and I play for the Fond du Lac Thunder. My favorite player is Pavel Datsyuk.
My name is Blaine Cron. My hometown is Eagle, Wisconsin. I played for the Milwaukee Junior Admirals, and my favorite player is Ryan.
Hi, my name is Nathan Budas. I live in Rocky River, Ohio. I play for the Cleveland Barons, and my favorite player is Pavel Datsyuk.
Hi, my name's Brandon Hamoki. I live in Grafton, Ohio. My winter club is the Cleveland Barons, and my favorite player is Ryan McDonough.
My name is Tristan Hurley. I'm from Horicon, Wisconsin. I play for the Junior Gamblers, and my favorite player is Duncan Keith.
My name is Daniel Anderson. My hometown is Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I play for Junior Admirals. My favorite player is Connor McDavid.
Hi, my name is Cooper Simon. I'm from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. I play for the Milwaukee Junior Admirals, and my favorite player is Ryan Suter.
My name is Nathan Ante. I'm from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I play on the Junior Gamblers, and my favorite player is Vladimir Tarasenko.
My name is Mark Targamaguson. My hometown is in Kenosha, Wisconsin. My winter club team is Milwaukee Junior Admirals, and my favorite player is Carey Price.
My name is Ben Silko. I live in Hudson, Ohio. I play for the Cleveland Barons, and my favorite player is Connor McDavid.
My name is Beckett Sabinosh. I live in Racine, Wisconsin. My winter club is Milwaukee Junior Admirals, and my favorite player is Carey Price.
My name is Dalton Delosier. My hometown is Cleveland, Ohio. My winter club team is the Cleveland Barons, and my favorite player is Malkin.
My name's Quentin Gephardt. I'm from Marquette, Michigan. I played for the Marquette Sentinels, and my favorite player is Patrick Kane.
My name is Landon Carpenter. I'm from Marquette, Michigan. I played for Marquette Sentinels. My favorite player is Vladimir Tarasenko.
My name is JJ Thibodeau. I live in Waltham, Massachusetts, and I play on the Boston Junior Eagles, and my favorite player is Carey Price.
Hi, my name is Houston Hurt, and I'm from Windham, New Hampshire. My favorite winter hockey club is the Middlesex Islanders, and my favorite player is Mike Fisher.
My name is Nick Evans. I live in Malden, Massachusetts. My winter club is the Islanders Hockey Club, and my favorite player is Errol Carlson.
My name is Miles Brosnan. My hometown is Winchester, Massachusetts. My winter hockey club is the Boston Junior Eagles, and my favorite player is Charlie McAvoy.
Hello, my name is Ben. I live in South Boston, Massachusetts. I play on the Boston Junior Eagles, and my favorite hockey player is Connor McDavid.
Hi, my name is Justin Graff. I live in Lincoln, Massachusetts. My winter club is the Islanders Hockey Club, and my favorite player is Connor McDavid.
My name is James Connor, and my hometown is Amherst, New Hampshire. My winter hockey club is Marlboro Minuteman Flames, and my favorite player is Alexander Ovechkin.
Hi, my name is Van Martin. My hometown is Raven, New Hampshire. My winter club is the Islanders Hockey Club, and my favorite player is Patrice Bergeron.
Hi, my name is Freddie Meyer. I live in Winchester, Massachusetts. My winter club is the Boston Junior Eagles, and my favorite player is Connor McDavid.
Hi, my name is Egan Beveridge. I live in East Kingston, New Hampshire. I play for the Islanders Hockey Club, and my favorite player is Connor McDavid.
Hi, my name is Nick Thornton. My hometown is Danvers, Mass. My winter club is the Valley Junior Warriors, and my favorite player is John Tavares.
Hello, my name is Darren Iverson. I live in Littleton, Massachusetts. My winter club is the Assabet Patriots, and my favorite hockey player is Connor McDavid.
Hi, my name is Aaron Nova Bifo. My hometown is Calgary, Alberta.
winter team is Beaufort Bruins, and my favorite player is Austin Matthews.
Hi, my name is Jake Tavares. My hometown is Belmont, Massachusetts. My winter club is the Boston Junior Eagles. My favorite player is Sidney Crosby.
It's a great day for hockey here in Bloomington, Minnesota, as we are underway. The Great Lakes taking on New England in the 2018 North American Hockey Showcase. My name is Eric Zamora, bringing you the play-by-play, and Bell snapping a shot for New England right off the start of the period, 22 seconds into action, and New England in the red jerseys, gray numerals and black trim, going from right to left here in the period. They'll start with Darren Iverson and Ben Dearden defensively. Billy McCausland centering the top line with William Bell and Jake Tavares as the wings, and in net, J.J. Thibodeau. In the Carolina blue jerseys with navy numerals, white trim going from left to right, are the Great Lakes squad. Beckett Sabadosh is the goaltender. Blaine Cron and Cooper Simon, the top defensive pairing. Mateo Nunag centering Wyatt Earhart and Isaac Sobel. New England bringing it ahead was Justin Graff into the zone, but offside as Aaron Obobaifo touches up, so we'll have a draw just outside the blue line of Great Lakes. And right out front, they'll look for a centering pass. Obobaifo waiting in the slot. They can't get it to him. Now he'll come over and take it himself. Looks, hands off to the goal line. And this will be broken up. Great Lakes, Landon Carpenter trying to get it out of the zone. Awaiting there was Samuel Anderson. Anderson unable. Obo Bifo actually feeds that over with a nice little touch. And with it, Anderson gets it over for Hamoki. And Braden Hamoki will now head off to the opposite side. Anderson makes a change as they'll get fresh personnel out there. Getting tangled up there was Trayton Schumacher. Into the corner, New England centering pass. As that was Van Martin looking to get it over. Bodies colliding on the far side boards, and Beveridge will come away with it. Egan Beveridge out of East Kingston, New Hampshire. Setting the stage, Nick Thornton trying to capitalize. They'll reach in. Carpenter is hounded by pressure from Freddie Meyer, who's hacking away at him. Ante will come up with this and move it quickly. Nathan Ante, an Oshkosh, Wisconsin resident. 12:15 to go in a scoreless first period. And cutting in on the backhand, and it just won't go. Got some separation, looked like a yawning net, but then just clanging it off the side of the cage. New England has yet to taste defeat in this tournament. They've been victorious over Great Plains, North America, and this morning, Rocky Mountain. Great Plains was an 8-2 victory, 11-1 over North America, and then in a close one, 1-0 against Rocky Mountain. They've still got a couple of games left yet. In fact, they've got the late game tonight, the early game tomorrow at 10:15, right back here at Rink 2 at the Bloomington Ice Garden. They'll take on USA. They'll finish out pool play with the late game tomorrow night against Minnesota at 8:30 over on Rink 1. As for Great Lakes, they'll take on Rocky Mountain tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. and then at 6:45, North America, their opponent. To this point, they are 1-2 in pool play. Their victory was a 5-4 decision over Team USA. Set into the slot, and the shot is blocked. Technically, New England sits tied for second in the standings with 9 points, although the one team ahead of them, Minnesota, has played 2 more games than they have. So their record of 3 wins, a loss, and an overtime loss puts them ahead of the 3-0 New England squad, at least for the time being. But a victory in either regulation or overtime would have New England alone atop the standings at the close of business. Bell, good across the line, stripped of it, and Great Lakes looking to apply some pressure. This is Anderson. Anderson with time brings it back to his own defensive circle. And then looked like he was thinking about moving behind the goal. Elects to play that differently. Slifko brings it into the offensive zone. But stout defense by New England. Make sure he doesn't have the puck long. That was offered up by Heerly. That's Tristan Heerly out of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Heerly gets it over. Here's Slifko. Slifko makes the handoff. Shot taken by Nathan Budos as Gephardt comes onto the ice. They'll make a change. And a long outlet pass. Van Martin will not be able to get there in time. We'll have an icing call. That'll bring it back down into New England territory. 8:40 to go in a scoreless first period. ahead. Beveridge had a touch on it for a moment. Now he'll bring it across the line. Fires a shot upstairs over the blocker of the netminder. 6 minutes, 41 seconds. Time of the goal, and New England draws first blood. They're on top 1-0. So the start New England was looking for. Into the offensive zone goes Great Lakes as they try to keep the puck there and see if they can't get a quick equalizer. For Beveridge, that's his third goal, 6th point of the tournament. In on Thibodeau. He'll hold on, and then immediately the players go after each other afterwards as they take exception to the defense. New England displaying there, trying to make sure that their goaltender stays upright. And the officials will get this sorted out. Roughing calls will be handed out on both sides. Beveridge and Schumacher, the offending parties. Bouncing puck in the crease for a moment. Thibodeau escorts it away. In with speed and trying to connect on the far side was New England's Billy McCausland. They'll wait, hold it there. Looking to distribute. Behind the cage, and it gets tangled up. Sending it, and you can hear it clang off the glass as it whistles wide. Kicked out front, McCausland. So Nick Thornton handed out the only assist on the Beveridge goal. 6:41 of the first period. Bell fighting as he gets back and helps out. Now looking to move ahead. Waiting, Bell has a man cutting towards the net. It's Martin. Van Martin tied up, can't get anywhere with it. And now back the other way. A steal. Bell gets back, and it's going to be a penalty upcoming as Anderson had his stick slashed away. And a hooking call with 5 minutes, 57 seconds left to go in the period. For Thornton, that's his first point of the tournament. The assist on the Beveridge goal. And now New England will go to work on the penalty kill. Around McCausland, gets there, up for Graff. Graff tries to feed it ahead and does. And I believe that's not McCausland, but actually Miles Brosnan who got the first touch on it. Houston Hurt will wait as actually it's Brosnan who gets to it. Graff feeds it over, and Thibodeau has seen enough. He'll pounce on it with exactly 30 seconds gone here in the man advantage. The offsetting penalties have expired. 5:26 left to go in our first. Great Lakes trailing by a score of 1-0, seeing if they can't get things tied up on the power play. Graff will come away with it for New England. Justin Graff. And Anderson gets tangled up as Obo Bifo applies the pressure. Then he's called back to the bench for a change as they want to make sure they've got fresh skaters out there on the PK. Van Martin replaces him. It's a 3-on-2 as they gain the zone. Rising shot up and off the mark. We've reached the halfway point of the power play opportunity. And it's Cron who advances the play. Blaine Cron out of Eagle, Wisconsin, a Milwaukee Junior Admirals player. Played just to the right circle. Firing a shot was New England's Freddie Meyer. That was tapped at by the glove of the goaltender. Kicking at it was Dearden. Anderson helps to break that up. They'll hand it off. Trying to snipe one upstairs was Iverson. Iverson working with Meyer. Meyer gets tangled up as it's Sobel back. Out of the box is New England's Evans. He'll be replaced by Beveridge. New England calling over Dearden as they're now back to full strength and trying to get the lines and everything set. Coming over. And in was Schumacher. They'll bank a pass ahead. Thornton with a nice job to make sure that gets out of the zone. And Great Lakes will need to take some time to touch up Carpenter. Looked like he was going to gain the zone and have some space, but a nice job getting back New England as Beveridge was able to help break that up. Low shot and tall to the task is Sabanash as he gets the pads down quickly. From the right side, tempted shot. Well off the mark, goes behind the net. They'll take over from there. Graff tries to force one through a lot of traffic. And, excuse me, that's McAusland, the Westwood Mass product. Rising shot that started to dip back down. Beveridge looking for his second of the game. 2:28 to go in our first period. New England on top 1-0. Racing back is Beveridge. He'll feed it over to the left side. Hurt springs McAusland. Centering pass, nobody home. It'll eventually be picked up by Great Lakes. Earhart wastes no time switching it over from right to left. They'll send a pass out front. It's still loose for a moment, then will settle down. Sobel with it, gets to the red line, tries to dance through, and he crossed the line before the puck did. So with 1:47 left to go in the first, we'll have a face-off just outside the New England blue line. Stay with us in between periods 1 and 2. Just a 60-second brief intermission as the teams talk things over, but we will not have a resurfacing. First Zam and only Zam of the game will be between periods 2 and 3. Fluttering puck. Finally settled down by Earhart. Earhart withstands some contact from Tavares. Hurt backs off as Heerly was covering it. Earhart tries to dance through, does go down the middle from the left circle. Fires a shot, gloved by Thibodeau and defended by Tavares to make sure that nobody was near his netminder. 1:09 to play, and we'll have a face-off to the blocker side of the goaltender, Thibodeau. On the draw, waiting, trying to get a shot upstairs. And then a shot down low. Couple of good ideas, as that was Budos who took the initial shot. Rebound kicked out to the left side. And Nunag fired from there. with pressure was Cooper Simon. But the New England squad now with it in possession and advancing it. James Connor, an Amherst, New Hampshire native, Minutemen Flame. They'll bank a pass, but it's out of the reach of Justin Graff. On for Simon. Simon with 18 seconds left in the period. They'll get out of the zone and further. Here comes Anderson. Anderson will get over the blue line, and inadvertent takedown. Anderson chases after it. We're down to 6 seconds left in the period. New England still with it. And the period will come to a close. The lone goal belongs to New England's Egan Beveridge from Nick Thornton, 6:41 into the first. 1-0 New England on top. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the start of the second in just a matter of moments. You're watching the 2018 North American Hockey Showcase on Youth Hockey Hub. In Carolina blue jerseys, navy numerals and white trim. Going from right to left, Great Lakes trailing by a score of 1-0. New England in red, gray numerals, black trim going from left to right here in the second. And it's bodied up as New England's Beveridge there will tie up behind the goal line. Sent back, and they'll go to a D-to-D pass here. It's Dearden. Dearden feeds it over for Iverson. Poking ahead, Great Lakes trying to catch up with that and advance the puck, unable to. Reaching at it with the glove was New England's goal scorer Beveridge. Pass into the slot. And late man to the party comes up and breaks it up, as that's Tavares, who now turns it up ice. Feeding it out front, and Tavares takes a shot. It looked like both he and Bell were options there, and it was kind of fluttered in between them, letting the starting wings take their pick. Tavares out of Belmont, Mass. Takes the shot, sends it just off the mark. Here comes Tavares again. He's got Bell over, cutting towards the net. And he gets a touch on it and scores. William Bell picks up the goal for New England and doubles his team's lead. They're on top by a score of 2-0. For Bell, that is his 6th goal of the tournament and 7th point. Tavares with his first assist and 3rd point on the week. The goal comes at the 1-minute 33-second mark of period number 2. Waiting, distributing, cutting over, and trying to get there in time was McAusland. Advancing it. It'll be tracked down. And quickly exiting the zone, Great Lakes. Banked ahead by Ante. They'll wait, tangled up. And waiting for it. Bell slides it over. And across the line, it's good. McGoslin snaps the shot. Traffic out front prevents it from getting there. And looking to move it was Miles Brosnan. As soon as he got it, flutters it towards the net, held onto by the goaltender. 12-13 left to go in period number 2. New England with a quick start here in the second. And tangled up, Obo Bifo fights off Slifko. Graff reaching in, Obo Bifo kicking at it. Looked like he was going to play that ahead off of his shin guard. Budos taps it around his man. Taken down on the play is Brosnan. Obo Bifo now turning it up ice. 2-on-1 if they play this right. Feathered over and just unable to connect on the back end was Van Martin. Had it on his forehand for a moment. Now sent into the slot from one knee, and it's off the post and out the opposite side. Chipped up but not out by Corbin Gephardt. Slamming on the brakes and changing directions is Dalton Delosier. Offside, and Anderson doesn't hear it, so as he goes for the puck, we'll have the play blown dead, and 10:57 to play in the second. The second intermission is where we will see the longer break, as we'll have time for a ZAM, opportunity for the coaches to get into the locker room and talk about what's working, what maybe needs improvement. Into the offensive zone, and it's in. It looks like they're going to go ahead and give this one to New England's Egan Beveridge. No. Immediately I thought that the officials had not signaled a goal, and a little bit of confusion there, but it was kicked in by Beveridge. So we will stay with the score at 2-0 despite what the scoreboard reads in the background. Brought in by New England's Dearden. And we're going to have an offside call. $10-11 to go in the period. Official checks over his shoulder, tells the players to keep their sticks to themselves. Evans advances it over for Bell. Bell cuts in, hands it off, and cutting towards the net was Tavares. Great Lakes looking to get out of the zone and rubbed out on the play. New England will take the turnover and head the other way. It's McAusland. Loose puck for a moment. Loose no longer, as the goaltender Sabinosh will cover up with 9:45 left to go in our middle frame. Face-off won back by New England, but Great Lakes will steal it and take off from there. From the right circle, winding with a drive, and it clangs off the glass. Thrown towards and blockered down by the net keeper, Thibodeau. Played out to center ice with time, and looking to get rid of it was Heerly. swept away by Landon Carpenter. He is one of 2 players, along with Gephardt, on this Great Lakes squad that hails from Michigan. Bell will take over and turn it up ice. Kicks it ahead to himself. Bell fighting off some contact as he was tangled up with Schumacher, who now heads off for a change. Wrapped around, Bell will come to it, brings it to his forehand and advances it. It kicks away. Evans not able to get there in time, with Slifko coming away with it. Bell fights through that contact, shrugs off one man. Bell tries to go low with the shot on the backhand, and waiting to see if that puck would squirt free. Justin Graff, it does not, as we've got 8:23 remaining in period number 2. Face off to the right of the netminder, Great Lakes. Despite being down 2-0, this is a New England squad that can score in droves and in a hurry. I don't think there's anything that they necessarily going to be hanging their heads about to this point. They're a couple of breaks away from getting things evened up. Obo-Bifo into the offensive zone. Martin gives it right back. Obo-Bifo tries to go upstairs. Blocker stop by the netminder. Aaron Obo-Bifo with it on the backhand. They'll try to hand it off to Graff. And spinning, firing was Van Martin. He'll get tangled up with the legs of Heerly. With it is Delosier. Delosier tries to send it up the right wing boards. That's stopped. Firing and scoring upstairs is New England's Justin Graff. Just 6 seconds into the second half of regulation. Goal comes at the 7-minute and 36-second mark. This is going to be Graff from Van Martin putting their squad on top 3-0. So Graff with his 3rd goal, 5th point of the tournament. Van Martin has 4 points. Half and half goals and assists. They'll work it out front, and Evans will backhand it in as the loose puck was sitting there. And Nick Evans comes up with a backhander. That finds Twine. And the goals coming about 35 seconds apart. This will be played up and ahead. Wraparound attempt, loose there, and they bang away at it. And the goal instead will be credited to Egan Beveridge, his 2nd of the contest. Beveridge tracks it down behind the goal line, throws it out front. Thornton still jamming away at it. And then late to the party, the Great Lakes players trying to separate New England from the crease. And right now they seem to be camped out front as their offense has struck twice in the last few moments. Graff and Beveridge face off one cleanly back by McAusland. Evans misses on the cage, but it comes out to the other side and it's deposited in. 9:09, time of the goal, second period. New England rolling. They're on top 5-0. McGosland has that stripped away. But New England will win it right back. Tavares unable to get through the legs of Hamoki. William Bell with the goal. It's Evans with the assist. And New England balloons their lead to 5, coming the other way. Great Lakes getting slowed down was Delosier in tight. And McAusland tries to feed it ahead. Knocked down, played into the zone. Bell lifts it ahead. And on the backhand, exiting the zone was Heerly. Bumped off his ante and long pass ahead. This will be gathered by Martin, Van Martin. His passing attempt broken up by the skate of Delosier. Sees some pressure, comes away, Graff. They'll feed it across. And Obo-Bifo tries to thread the needle ahead for New England's Graff. Graff with the pass, the handoff. Over and scoring is going to be Aaron Obo-Bifo. He picks up the goal at the 10-minute, 57-second mark. Assists on the play going to Van Martin and Justin Graff. Graff across the line, waits, goes upstairs. Fed over to the right side. And from there, they'll bang away at it. It's still loose, and a couple of big stops as the new netminder for Great Lakes is Mark Michelson, and he's tested immediately. 3.5 to go in period number 2. Shot, and that's going to be Graff, who got a tip of the Obo-Bifo shot. Time of the goal, 11:40. And I'm sure the Great Lakes squad knew going into this one that well, they're going to say Obo-Bifo got that cleanly. There was no tip from Graff. .3:11 to go in our second. And it tells you about the job that Great Lakes was able to do to keep this New England squad to just 1 back in the first. As this is Beveridge trying to connect. And digging it out is Cooper Simon. With it is Beveridge. Beveridge tries to go forehand. Now it's Nunag headed the other way. Mateo Nunag crossed the line, but had the puck pinball off of himself. They try to connect on a long outlet pass as advancing the puck was New England's Egan Beveridge. Thornton will get bodied off of that. They'll try to get it over the back door, and a big stop by the goaltender, diving over to his left, gets the glove there in time. Michelson makes the stop. 2:19 to go. Great Lakes just trying to get out of the period, regroup, get to the locker room, and see what they can't draw up for the third. 7-0 New England on top. Face off, one back. Great Lakes looking to turn it up is Schumacher, who will end up on the ice as Bell and New England with it. Bell gains the line, but offside as Tavares on the far side comes across a little prematurely. 2 minutes, 1 second to go in the second. This is played back, and Houston Hurt with time, feeds it up the line, across, and New England going upstairs with the shot was McAusland. The back door was Tavares trying to tap it home. Great Lakes doing anything they can right now to just get it out of the zone. Sent out front and still loose. Ends up squirting free into the corner. Backing up is New England's Nick Evans. A little bit of a miscue there as McAusland kind of passed to no man's land. Here's Hurt. Hurt plays it into the offensive zone. Nobody home. Schumacher, with 2 red jerseys in front of him, can't thread the needle. Carpenter, and offside is Shoemaker. Jumped the gun. 63 seconds left to go in period number 2. And we'll take a face-off. Won by Slifko. He'll wait at the line. Dumped in by Gephardt. Anderson will switch spots with him as he'll drift back to the right point. 2 players from each side, tied up in the corner. Obo Bifo makes sure to quickly get that into the zone. Otherwise, he knew that he had a teammate with a full head of steam that would not have been able to pull up in time. Nice job there as he gains the zone. Knows that it kind of breaks up that big play opportunity, but at this point, New England just trying to get the puck deep if they can. 24 seconds left to go. Great Lakes dancing through neutral ice, and that'll be chipped around. Obo Bifo takes some contact from Anderson. Comes back for it, has it swept away from him. 6 seconds to go in the period. And New England trying for one last opportunity. This will be lifted around for Anderson, and the horn will sound. 7-0 New England on top, thanks to a 6-goal outburst in period number 2. We'll come back with the third period. New England 7, Great Lakes 0. You're watching the 2018 North American Hockey Showcase on Youth Hockey Hub. New England on top by a score of 7-0 as we start period number 3, and at least for a while we will have stoppage time, as long as New England is up by 5 or more, then we will not have any whistles, and they start off where they left off. 24 seconds into period number 3. New England capitalizes on a puck from in tight. And it is now 8-0 in favor of the boys in red. So Thornton with the goal. The assist goes to Beveridge, and with it is Iverson. Iverson looks to play it over from the left side. That'll be tied up on the far side. Now looking to get out of the zone. It's chipped up. Grabbed. Iverson looked like he was going to play it ahead. Gephardt gets spun around in the process, and Beveridge will head off for a change, as dumped on the play was Thornton. Thornton now looks to get set and defend. This will be chipped, and we're going to have an icing call if it reaches the goal line. It does indeed. 13:20 left to go in regulation. New England with an 8-0 lead, and it should be noted that Mark Michelson is in relief duty as he came in late in the second period. Great Lakes trying to slip around their man Evans, countering, and he does a nice job of mirroring his counterpart. Up with speed is Bell. Bell cuts to the left side, hands off. They'll keep it going to the right side, and it's broken up by Great Lakes. That was McAusland trying to move it. A blocker punch, but it stays going towards the net and in, and we've got ourselves another goal here in the third period. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. Time of the goal. And New England up to 9. Graf from McAusland on the goal. 11:50 remaining. McAusland switches over to the right side from the... It's tapped at and covered by the netminder. McAusland thought he might have had another one. And a nice job by Michelson getting over, covering up. As for these two teams, Great Lakes has Rocky Mountain up next. That'll be at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. At 6:45, they'll take on North America. New England will do battle with USA at 10:15 back here on Rink 2. Then take on Minnesota at 8:30. And all of those games, with the exception of the New England-USA game, will be over on Rink 1. Then on Saturday, we'll get into the playoff format. The top seed, which if they can stay perched atop the standings, New England looking for that bye on Saturday at 9:45 in the morning. The 4 and the 5 seeds will battle for the right to advance into the semis. Same with teams 3 and 6 over on Rink 2 at 10, and at 11:30 it'll be the 2 and 7 seeds. Then Saturday afternoon, the Continental Divide taking place at 3, 3:30, and 4. At 4:45, the winner of the 4 versus 5 quarterfinal matchup will take on the number 1 seed in semifinal action, Obo Bifo. Feeds this over to Graf. Graf down low. Van Martin tried to tap it in from right next to the cage. So that 4 versus 5 taking on the 1 seed will be at 4:45 on Saturday. At 6:30, the other semifinal will be the winner of the 2 versus 7 seed game versus the winner of 3 versus 6. And then Sunday will be a championship game at 8:30 a.m. with the winner of the 2 semifinals advancing. Iverson flutters one towards the net, then steps up, and Great Lakes looking to head out the other way. This is brought ahead by Heerly in on net, and the players crash, knocking the net off its moorings with under 9 minutes to play. Don't forget that Youth Hockey Hub has tournaments upcoming throughout the 2018-2019 season. Western States Invitational in September. In October, the Big Pumpkin Pee Wee Invitational. Blue Ox and the Gobbler in November. The Lumberjack Cup and the Dangler in December. January sees the Founders Cup and Squirtacular in action. And next March will be the Stars of Tomorrow. For information on any and all of these tournaments, head to youthhockeyhub.com. Chips from blue line to blue line. That's where it'll be picked up by Meyer. Meyer winds his way through. And in, firing and scoring is Beveridge as the netminder. Got a piece of it, but not all of it. 6:53 time of the goal. And so New England, for the second time in the tournament, has reached double digits. Graf picking up the lone assist on the Beveridge goal. And for New England, they've had victories of 8-2 over Great Plains, 11-1 over North America, but got by just by the skin of their teeth against Rocky Mountain. That one was a 1-0 decision. And the only game that's really been close, and here's Evans depositing that one in. The goal comes at the 8-minute, 9-second mark. As it was set up, I believe, by Thornton. 11-0. New England now on top. Taking the draw is McAusland. And stymied at the line. Good resistance there by Miles Brosnan. And excuse me, it was Freddie Meyer with the pass that set up Evans at 8:09 of the third. 4 goals here for New England in period number 3. And cutting over Michelson with a huge stop as Bell had a great scoring opportunity taken away and then held onto by Michelson. Going hard to the net was New England's McAusland. 5:20 on a rolling clock remaining in period number 3. On the draw, Graf wins it back. Iverson will take it from there. His shot blocked, and looking to head back the other way, Obo Bifo picks the pocket of Slifko, who takes the worst of it as he ends up crashing into the boards. Hurley and Iverson are the last two to join the zone as they were tangled up at neutral ice. 3-on-2 for New England. They'll gain the line. Here's Iverson. Drops it for Graff. Graff spins, fires, and can't find the puck. Chipped up. Reaching over is Obo Bifo. Anderson ahead and will gain it from there. Anderson towards the net, and Thibodeau comes up with a stop, then checks over. Make sure that one hadn't trickled through and behind him. 4:20 remaining in period number 3. And we'll take a face-off to the netminders' left. Long outlet pass, and this will be gathered. Firing upstairs, but off the mark, Justin Graff. Obo Bifo tried to make a hard pass across, and when he pulled the trigger, chamber was empty. Back in, Earhart is rubbed out by Iverson, and this is going to be body checking with 3.5 remaining. New England on the penalty kill, and they'll do everything they can here to try to help Thibodeau keep that 0 up on the board. .307 remaining. This one will squirt out. It'll be tracked down by Delosier. You've got to believe that Great Lakes is going to put everything they can in this power play. Obviously, the result of this one's already been decided, but they'd love to try to play spoiler here late in the contest and get one up on the board. Cycled deep by Hurt, as again, New England just trying to keep them at bay. Here's Nunag. Nunag can't get around Evans. 40 seconds gone by in the man advantage. Great Lakes backing up is Gephardt as he sees that they're not going to be able to keep the zone. It's touched up there, and another checking penalty with 2:22 left to go in the contest, and that'll even things up. 4-on-4. For Great Lakes, it's Earhart who goes to the box. Cron going after it. Ante stays with it, feeds it up top. Shot through traffic, and it ends up finding the netminder, Thibodeau. Gloves that out of mid-air. We'll have another 32 seconds of 4-on-4 action. Then it will be a power play opportunity for New England. They'll play it down, and it was touched by Great Lakes. So coming over with it is Cron. Cron immediately met by Tavares. Those two will fight along the boards, and Tavares comes away, goes upstairs over the netminder. A 4-on-4 goal with 13:42 elapsed in period number 3. And Jake Tavares, this should be an unassisted goal for the Belmont Mass native. 12-0, New England on top. And it is a delayed offside. New England will touch up and resume. Played deep. Sent up. And bodies tie up from there. Squirting free. This will be Great Lakes. With 20 seconds left, perhaps a chance for one last rush into the offensive zone. Slifko will get tangled up, stripped of it. They'll try to get that ahead, but it'll go down the length of the ice for icing as Bell and Tavares were the intended targets. 5 seconds left, and with a rolling clock, that will do it. 12-0. New England comes away victorious. And it's interesting as we take a look at the schedule for the weekend. There was not a shutout by any team in the first 2 days of action. There were 3 pitched today as USA blanked North America 8-0, and New England did not give up a goal in the process of 2 games today. Thibodaux with back-to-back shutouts. New England getting by with a 1-0 victory over Rocky Mountain this morning, and now 12-0 over Great Lakes. So we'll throw things down to ice level. Tony Scott with our Youth Hockey Hub Player of the Game interview.
We're with Justin Graff post-game here on YHH. Justin, congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
You guys won 11-0 over Great Lakes. You had a goal and 2 assists. You're the YHH player of the game. Justin, what's the key to your guys' success here today? You've been 4-0 in the tournament.
Just getting on the puck, hard work, getting pucks to the net.
Yeah, what's it going to take for you guys to go undefeated and win the show this week?
Just keep getting pucks to the net, keep grinding, getting to early goals.
And you guys get both of them pretty and dirty, right?
Yeah.
All right, what's the favorite part for you being all the way from Massachusetts playing in this tournament this week?
I don't know. I like the show. I like Minnesota. It's just cool. The Mall of America, playing with all my friends here. Yeah.
Good deal. All right, Justin Graff, YHH player of the game. Good luck to your team the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Greg. Thank you.
Your best part was playing.
All right, boys. Good boy. Good job. Good job.
Yeah,
So a final here from Bloomington Ice Garden, 12-0. New England continues to roll. They're now atop the standings all alone, 12 out of 12 possible points, and they've got 2 more games tomorrow to try to hold on to that number 1 spot and get the coveted bye. For myself, Eric Zamora, for Greg Tinty, and for Tony Scott, we appreciate you tuning in to this edition of the 2018 North American Hockey Showcase. Again, a final New England 12, Great Lakes 0. You've been watching the 2018 North American Hockey Showcase on Youth Hockey Hub.